Harken back to something that I told you guys on Friday. On Friday, my second piece of advice, after telling you guys to make sure that you soak it in and take lots of mental pictures, was that everything is going to be okay. That God's plan is bigger than ours. That sometimes our plans aren't going to work out, but God's plan is constant, it is better than ours, and it is rooted in love. And because of that, whether we want to believe it or not, everything is indeed going to be okay. And unfortunately, because this world is not perfect, and people are not perfect, and we are not perfect, there are going to be times when things don't seem like they are okay. And I'm not going to try and sugarcoat anything that's happened since October of 2019. Nothing has felt like it's going to be okay. Nothing has. Because in that time, you guys have been through some unbearable sadness of saying goodbye to somebody that you love. You have seen our school close for the first time in history of its existence. You have come for an entire year covering half of your face to be around people that you're supposed to relate to, and none of that, at any point in time, has felt like it's going to be okay. And I put on a strong face, but I'm a very emotional person. I just try to do that in my office because it's kind of awkward when your principal's crying in the hallway. But I'm a very emotional person, and I got to tell you guys that, over the last week, I've cried several times knowing that you guys are going to be gone soon, because in a time when I thought that things weren't going to be okay, and when we were approaching this school year, knowing that this was going to be one of the most difficult things you'll ever have to do, I knew it was going to be okay because I had the class of 2021 in the leadership role where I needed them to be, and I relied heavily on you guys to get us through that, so thank you. It wasn't without your guys' leadership that we accomplished so much this year, and in the face of adversity, it seems to be that you guys rise up and face challenges with the most grace and humility and grit and perseverance that really I've ever seen in a class, so thank you. Thank you all so much for being amazing. Thank you for being good students. Thank you for clinging to your faith. And thank you for setting an example for all of the people that call this school home.
However, time at Central Catholic hasn't been perfect, and especially in the past couple of years, we've faced harder times than many of us could have imagined. But instead of letting these trials break us, they've brought us closer to one another and shown us the importance of courage and friendship. Although we are all grown up now and will soon go our separate ways, we will take with us the lessons and memories that GICC has given to us and use the skills we've learned here to achieve whatever we set our minds to. I'm still not sure that I'm ready to say goodbye to my time at Central Catholic. Not to the teachers that I see more of some days than my own friends, or the hallways I've spent the last 7 years running around. But the hardest goodbye will be to my classmates, who have become a second family to me. As hard as this goodbye will be, I'm assured in the fact that these people will go off and make the world a better place, and I'm glad to have had the privilege of getting to know them all.
Thank you to the staff and teachers. You all served as mentors, not only teaching us about your respective subjects, but also instilling life lessons into us at the same time. Thank you for carrying us throughout our high school years and keeping us on the right track. Thank you to our parents. Your continual love and support has allowed us to accomplish things that would be impossible without it. Thank you for making the decision to send us to Grand Island Central Catholic. Finally, thank you, class of 2021. Each one of you has given me a middle and high school experience unlike any other. I am so thankful and fortunate to have grown up and attended school along with such a phenomenal group of kids.